Have you ever wondered what would happen if the sun simply didn't rise? In Aarav's town, that impossible nightmare became reality. One morning, the sky stayed dark. The next day, the darkness remained. And the day after that, still no sunrise. Soon, people stopped counting days altogether. The world was trapped in an endless night. Streetlights flickered weakly, unable to push back the heavy shadows that clung to every corner, and those shadows were no longer still. They stretched, twisted, and slid across walls like living creatures. Sometimes they even seemed to watch. Fear settled over the town like a freezing blanket. Parents locked their doors. Children stayed indoors. Laughter disappeared. No one knew what to do. No one, except one boy. Aarav was 10 years old, small for his age, with curious brown eyes and a blue hoodie that had seen better days. While fear filled everyone else's hearts, Aarav felt something strange growing inside him. Curiosity. While others hid, Aarav wondered. One evening, with his small backpack slung over his shoulders, he stepped into the silent streets. His footsteps echoed too loudly in the darkness. Every shadow made his heart race, but he kept walking. That's when he saw it. Behind the old town square stood an ancient oak tree, hollow and forgotten. From inside its trunk, a soft golden glow pulsed gently like a heartbeat. But Aarav reached inside, his fingers wrapped around a small charm hanging from a leather cord. The moment he lifted it out, warmth spread through his body, pushing back the cold fear in his chest. When he placed the necklace around his neck, the glow grew stronger as if it recognized him. That night, Aarav dreamed, or rather, something visited him. A deep, echoing whisper filled the darkness. "The night is mine." The shadows in the dream twisted together, forming a towering figure made of black smoke. Two burning red eyes stared straight into Aarav's soul. "Fear is my food," the voice hissed, "and your town has fed me well." This was Umbros, the Shadow Lord. Aarav woke up gasping, his heart pounding. For the first time, real fear wrapped its fingers around him. But then, he noticed the necklace. It glowed softly in the dark room. Aarav looked at his reflection in the window. He had a choice: hide under his blanket or stand up. He chose to stand up. If you believe courage is stronger than fear, press like right now. That night, Aarav walked into the town square, the place where the shadows were thickest. They crawled along the ground like dark waves. "I'm not afraid of you," he shouted, his voice shaking but steady enough. The shadows swirled violently. Umbros emerged taller and darker than before. "Foolish child," Umbros whispered, "your fear will be delicious." But Aarav closed his eyes. He thought of sunlight, warm mornings, laughter, hope. The necklace began to glow brighter and brighter. Umbros screamed as the light burned through his smoky form. Courage was poison to him. With one final burst of golden light, Umbros dissolved not into darkness, but into harmless sparks that faded into the sky. And then, A single ray of sunlight broke through the clouds. The sun rose. The town was saved. But the story didn't end there. Fear never disappears forever. Ambrose was weakened but not destroyed. His whispers drifted on the wind until they found a new home. The Whispering Woods, a forest on the edge of town where people said anyone who entered never returned. When children began to vanish, Aarav knew what had to be done. He wasn't alone this time. Calm, clever, and always thinking ahead. Rohan funny, brave, and fiercely loyal. Together they entered the forest. The trees whispered their names. Shadows showed their deepest fears. Umbros tried to turn them against each other, but friendship held them together. Hand in hand, they unleashed a shared light so powerful it shattered the forest curse. Children were saved. The woods bloomed again. Subscribe to our channel to help protect the light from the shadows. Defeated twice, Umbros fled once more, finding his final hiding place. The playground. At night, it breathed. Swings moved alone. Slides turned black. Laughter became echoes of sadness. Umbros had learned something dangerous. Fear wasn't his only weapon. He could steal joy. But Aarav discovered the truth. Joy was stronger. That night, all the children gathered. They laughed. They played. They turned happiness into power. Umbros screamed as joy shattered him completely. This time, he didn't return. The sun rose over a town filled with laughter once more. Aarav and his friends had proven something important. No darkness is too strong. No fear is unbeatable. Not when courage, friendship, and joy stand together. But remember, darkness returns when fear grows. So stay brave and subscribe before the next shadow rises.